We just,
Good save.
Okay, are we timed?
Right.
You want me to make the mics hot?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Alrighty, at this time, we'll call to order the Hamilton County Drainage Board for our meeting of September 8, 2025. Let the record reflect we have a quorum of all three members. We did not have executive session this afternoon, I guess technically it's afternoon. Approval of Drainage Board minutes, August 25, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And next on the agenda is statement of just compensation. West Arcadia, Miller Arm of the Wilson Nagel Drain.
Yes, this is for an arm to the Wilson Nagel project, what we're calling the West Arcadia arm to the Wilson Nagel drain. This is for some property south of 266th Street, across the Hartley farmland, and we recommend approval so that we can make an offer for the acquisition.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And now we have several hearing requests that were in addition to the packet.
Yes. For the first one before you is a petition and plans filed by Pulte Homes of Indiana for the proposed reconstruction of the Oris Brindle regulated drain in Westfield as a part of Kimblewick Section 10. As of now, we are asking for a hearing to be scheduled, and we recommend that the board set a hearing for the proposed reconstruction for October 27th, 2025.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Discussion. These have several easements that appear to be vacating as the reconstruction goes
I
through.
saw that in there.
Yeah.
And I've asked the surveyor's office to look to see whether we actually purchased any of the easements that would be vacated, so we can determine whether any compensation should come back to the Drainage Board for that accommodation. And so they're going to look at that before we have the hearing.
We will get that information presented at the next meeting.
Great. Is there a motion on the hearing request?
So moved. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And for the next one, this petition is also filed by Pulte Homes of Indiana for the proposed reconstruction of portions of the Stevens and Clark regulated drain in Westfield, Indiana. And same for this one. Our office recommends that the board set a hearing for this proposed reconstruction on October 27, 2025.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then Adams Township drains.
I do not see that on the agenda.
Well, it's because it's on the new agenda.
Is the new hearing request, there's, I think it's reallocation
Yes.
Under
of,
road acreage.
Yes, I apologize. There's a report before you for, as the board knows, prior to Adams Township being annexed by the town of Sheridan, the roadway acreage within all of the regulated drain watersheds was paid by Hamilton County Highway Department. And now that that has transferred to Adams Township, or the town of Sheridan rather, we request a hearing to assess all of that acreage to the town of Sheridan instead of the Hamilton County Highway Department.
Motion to approve. Second.
discussion. Before that allocation can be made, do we have to have a formal assessment process? Because technically, their jurisdiction came on board first of the year, and by rights, since drainage is payable currently, that should have been assessed over to Adams Township
For this year.
for this year. So technically, the May, we've overpaid.
I'll have to look into that to see.
Check with the treasurer's office and the auditor and see
Yes.
how they would handle that assessment. I think,
Well, ponder that, because technically, it should, I mean, they should be obligated as of the date they assumed
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Yes.
Would have been the 1st of January.
I will check for sure to see.
Well, we'll go ahead, do you want to go ahead and set the hearing date on
I
that?
already made the motion.
Okay, and it's
You
seconded,
seconded.
and you're still good with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
so
you.
we'll have that information for you.
For the hearing.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds good.
And I expect that Adams Township, Sheridan will request a meeting when they get the hearing notice, and I'll go ahead and meet with them to discuss
Okay.
Well,
discuss this.
Most people don't understand the distinction
Right.
of payment dates, that it's not in arrears
Like tax.
like real estate taxes, so. There are no final reports. Variance request, Little Eagle Creek Drain, Lebanon Water Supply Program, fill in the floodway.
Yes, before you is a request by Bruce Cooley of Citizens Energy Group for a variance from ordinance 9-26-16A regarding fill in the floodplain for the Little Eagle Creek regulated drain. The project, its plan is to place 79.9 cubic yards of fill within the floodplain, and 247.4 cubic yards will be removed, meeting our 3-to-1 ratio, particularly at a 3.1-to-1. So at this time, we recommend approval of the variance. They received a approval memo from Christopher Burke dated August 29th, 2025, so.
Well, I noticed that you had several recommendations as well on that, so I'll make the motion to approve, subject to the surveyor's recommendations.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Non-enforcements, question on those. I only had like 1 through 9 in the packet. Did you guys have more? Was it just?
No, there's 11.
Yeah, there's 10 and 11. I didn't find them.
Yeah, there was approval.
Was it prior meeting we had that?
I wrote it down in the notes. Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to approve 1 through 7 on the non-enforcements right now, because all of those are listed as approval. 8 and 9 have some things that, they have an addendum and also a redesign that I think that we ought to talk
Yeah.
about, to put it on the record.
Okay, so I have a motion for 1 through 7 of
Yeah.
the variances. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion on those? All in favor?
Aye.
And then if you could start your discussion with number 8.
Cool Creek.
Correct. The loose fence?
Just so that we have it on the record.
Yes.
That's for Cool Creek, and I know that there was I think a redesign on it.
We're
Or you're reassigning it?
Reassigning it because it came to you under Williams Creek.
Okay,
And it's actually Cool Creek, so we had to change the non-enforcement to
Okay.
reflect the correct grade.
okay, perfect. Then I make a recommendation to approve the Cool Creek
Do you have that one?
non-enforcement.
And that's a clarification on the appropriate creek for the approval.
Yes.
Any discussion in addition? All in favor?
Aye. Then number 9.
Yeah, I remember the loose fence. I'm not remembering the addendum for the use fence.
It's in
The
there.
addendum on the Hughes fence came when Mr. Hughes called
Oh,
with a clarification.
yes, thank you.
If you want to.
Yes, the previous encroachment that was approved was for a full encroachment with gates due to the expected location of the drain, but as they did field investigations and actually physically located the drain, we find that it's closer to the property line, such that the fence will be west of our drain, so there's no need for gates. So that's the amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Then I know that you've got number 10 and number 11, but I did not get that
Yeah.
as well.
Well, I have to apologize because I left for an emergency and Pam had to take over for me.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
So you just need to be a little
Let's-
more prolific with your explanation.
Well, I think both of them say that they're
We recommend
recommended for approval, so
Yes.
I'll make that motion to approve both of Williams Creek Drain, J.R. Collins Arm, and also the Crossfields Arm.
Second.
Any discussion on that?
No.
Is your recommendation that it be approved?
Yep.
All in
Yes.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Lynette.
Okay, I was going drain by drain going, what's going
Yeah.
on here? I'm so confused.
There's so many enforcements that I remember them, but not, it's like, I just need a refresher.
All right. Back to our agenda. We have no violations, no spills, no surety acceptance, but we do have 2 surety releases.
Yes, we recommend that the 2 sureties be released at the meeting this afternoon. Carter Lumber, Willoughby Road Drain Improvements, and erosion control on the Frank Kaiser Drain at 16337 Atlantic Road.
Very good. Now we're to construction updates.
Yes, Connaughts that is starting. There's actually a meeting in Carmel this afternoon that Luther is attending. I will not be able to make it down there in time, where they're going to go over some last-minute items. I will say to the board that the last time we had a meeting, we have said all through this process that Carmel Utilities, that we believed that they had a conflicts, and at the last meeting, they have now indicated that they do have conflicts. So they have actually tried to delete part of the project, which cannot happen. We've expended time and money acquiring easements.
They're trying to delete part of our
Our
project?
project, yes. So I am going to meet with them and have that discussion. And this is on where they want to do this, where the conflicts are, is Barbie Lane, which is on the very north end of the limits of the project, where they have some significant standing water issues every time it rains. So it really is critical that we do that part of the project. So I need to meet with Carmel on that. And really identify what the conflicts are and see if we can work around them or whatnot, because, like I said, I've been expecting that they did have conflicts after all these years, so.
Is that going to delay the rest of the project?
That's what I'm going to find out. I don't think so,
Can we
because,
start at the bottom?
yes, this is it really is a separate project. It's a whole separate area, so we could start,
Well, that's good,
yes.
because I'm sure the people that live there would like to see this.
Yes. Cool Creek Drain, for the board's knowledge, Jerry Liston had retired and came back to work and was helping with this and many other projects, but he has since decided to re-retire.
Drove him away
I
again?
drove him away. I hope that's not the case. I need to figure out what is left to close this out. I don't think it's much at all, but I need to see, he was working to close it out, so I need to get up to speed on what is left. Mary Wilson Oak Park Drain Reconstruction, that project has started. They are about, I don't know, maybe a third of the way across the Habig fields and continuing to work on that. There is something, I'm going to put an email together for the board regarding an electric service that was discovered during construction. We went ahead and just had our contractor restore the service, but long-term, this electric service needs to be relocated, because it's if we dredge the ditch at the elevation that we've designed, it's going to be above the grade. I expect that we're going to get into a discussion with the Habigs on who's responsible to relocate that, so I was going to have that discussion with the board. I know my position in terms of,
Is this part of the acquired easement?
this is actually within the existing easement.
Okay, so it's actually an encroachment in the easement.
Correct, yes. But that project is moving forward. Hortonville Drain, I've given a draft of the change order to the contractor, and he wants to have a meeting. He just sent an email today to go over the last stuff on his list of questions, rather, before he gets started. So that one should start soon. The A.F. Ingerman Drain, we are on hold until the crops come out. And I have been, Mark, I sent out an email earlier today.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
To that.
I tried to send you everything that
I
I
appreciate
have,
it.
but some of
Yes.
those videos
Yes.
just won't go through.
But I did look at them. I was able to,
Okay.
you had sent them before.
Okay.
And it's one that, I don't know that we're going to deny it happened. Most of it we will fix as part of the project, but some of the other claims they're making, I think we're going to have to work out. So I offered a meeting, not this week, but next week, to meet with them, so. William Weir Drain, J.S. McCarty, the contractor is looking to get started out on that. That was the project that we had to, they came off the project while we acquired one last additional easement, and we do have that easement now, so they should return out there and finish up that project. West Arcadia Miller Arm, project's still on hold as we continue to acquire easements. Emily Vestal Drain, that project has started and they are moving forward. They're starting from the south and moving north. Edward Wilson, Craig Holler and Armory Construction, that also, I don't know if the contractor has specifically moved in there yet, but that is, the construction start is imminent. The Anchorage Drain reconstruction, that is the one where we had to acquire a temporary access easement from one of the landowners. We approved the statement for basis of just compensation, so an offer can be made, and I need to check to see the status of that offer being made and if it's been accepted. And that is it.
Okay, thank you.
Madam President, can I ask a couple of questions?
Certainly.
A couple other projects. Do you want to share with the board about the Grassy Branch neighborhood project that we talked about briefly, that Jim Henderson had sent you about pavers?
Yes, and that is another, yes.
Because I did see him this morning.
Yep.
And I did talk to him about that specifically. He was unaware of any type of discussion, but he said, in all fairness, Dave Manel, who was copied on that email, would have had discussions with Kent, and so he didn't know. But
Right. So I've actually talked with Mr. Manel.
Okay, the project again,
So this is the Mary Wilson Drain.
and the landowner.
It's there near Bridgewater and Grassy Branch neighborhood is where it is.
Correct.
That we've got communications from the homeowners association.
Well, it's a homeowners association.
It's a homeowners association.
Yeah.
I actually talked with Mr. Manel probably several months ago now regarding the project and salvaging the wooden fence and some of the crossings. So there's an existing crossing. What Mark's referencing is a specific crossing at the very southern end of the project that is currently brick pavers, decorative brick pavers, that Kent was adamant about not replacing due to the HOA's choice to make this significant improvement on the crossing. And so the plans only show the brick pavers being salvaged to the owner, and we would put back a gravel, more or less a gravel crossing. So what they're asking is that if we could pave it, put the pavers back, or do some type of a little bit more restoration that's included in the contract. So the conversations I've had with Mr. Henderson would be that it'd be a change order of the contract, but I would ask the board what their position is. And I had planned to give you an email with a little bit more detail on that. They've also asked if we could pave it rather than put the brick pavers back. And so we're getting a price from our contractor to put the brick pavers back, to pave it with asphalt, or to pave it with concrete. So
Okay,
that's
can background on this thing? Was the crossing an approved crossing?
It
or
was
is
not.
It's an encroachment.
Yep, it is an encroachment and
Okay.
it was not permitted.
So is the cost of this project strictly to those people, the homeowners association? Or the homes within the
Come out of the-
homeowners?
Correct.
The
I think
whole
we're paying for it from
drain, I think.
maintenance.
Yeah.
The project came out of maintenance.
And the maintenance fund
Who
includes the
contributed?
whole area.
Yes, yeah.
Is it just the subdivision controlled by the homeowners association that contribute to the maintenance fund?
No, this
I don't
is,
think so, no, it's not.
this is part of a much
It's a
larger
big-
shed.
Big drain.
So what they're asking for us to replace an encroachment that shouldn't be in there in the first place and have everybody within the watershed pay.
Correct, and that was Kent's position exactly as to why he said we will salvage the bricks to you for future replacement.
So is a homeowners association willing to pay the extra costs toward the project?
I
Or is
would-
that the discussion you're
That's
gonna
the
have?
discussion,
Yes.
is that we get a price for that either to be paved or to, while we're doing that from a mobilization standpoint. And I did bring that up to him, like I said this morning.
Yep.
About that.
Yeah, so we're asking for a price from our contractor, so maybe once we get those, we can,
I wanted to make sure the board knew.
Yeah, well, I've seen the emails go back and forth, and that was my concern, is this just an encroachment and why are we paying for it?
right, right.
Okay, so,
Is it agreed that they're going to pay for it, or is
No,
that part of the
no,
discussion?
nothing's been agreed,
so
nothing.
we'll
Yeah.
have to have a contract if they so
Yep,
agree.
correct.
Yeah, we'd have to do a change order of the contract if we put back anything more than the number of, the stone that we have in the project right now, we'll have to do a change order.
Are the pavers already stacked up?
They
So
are.
the HOA can do it on weekends or something?
Yes.
That's-
Yep, they've already been
that's where it's
removed.
gonna end up.
Well, no, they'll get something done. They're not gonna sit around, but, the other one was, there was a developer by the name of Rick Arnis, and I know that we just talked about it, with Saxony Hall.
Yes.
With the easement, and I know there was some complications and some agreements that were made prior to his request
Yes.
on that email. And so, I know you're aware of it.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure that the whole board was aware of it because I forwarded it to everybody.
And I had a discussion with Gary about, and I concur about his concern about that addition being right on top of the pipe, basically.
Yes.
So whether we could allow a small footprint variance for the beginning of an exterior staircase to allow them to go up, to put the bridal suite, or not suite, but dressing areas, stack it. And I think it could be pretty cool if we allowed it, because then they could go directly down with another staircase into the event
Well, you
area.
have to have an elevator then. You
Yeah.
have to have an elevator there then in the building because of ADA requirements. I think that would be the next question.
Well, and that would be their cost, but it would
Right.
allow them to expand their facility without having a problem with us.
Right.
Yeah.
If we can afford that footprint.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. And like I said too, I may have to meet with him to talk through some things.
Yeah, his contact information's on that email.
Yep. Yeah, for sure, I can definitely meet with him and talk through it. This is one of those that, of course, just because of how things are, right, the building couldn't be flipped, of course. No, it's,
Yeah.
this is probably the only place they can put it, and it's on the side with the drain.
Right.
Yeah,
So if it was in the parking lot, it probably wouldn't be as,
that was all my questions.
Okay. So, pending final report.
yes, this is another one that Jerry was working on that I will need to come up to speed on where that stands.
Okay, that's fine. Drainage board attorney, I thought we were gonna try to clear this stuff up.
Yeah, Commissioners, David has one thing, a vacation of easement, that he'll talk about, address real quick, and then we can go through the list of pending items, if that's okay.
Yeah, so we were asked, I believe, CRG Development to vacate an easement located in Westfield, of which the Board of Commissioners were listed as a beneficiary. We brought it before the Drainage Board as well, because Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, that easement did relate to drainage at one point.
It does relate to drainage, yes.
Okay. So David George is here to answer any questions about the history of the easement, but like I said, beneficiaries listed as Board of Commissioners and Westfield, so Westfield will probably likely have to submit an easement vacation on this as well. David, do you have anything?
And real quick too, Commissioners, so the use, or why we're named as a beneficiary, I think that a little bit of history's been lost there, so we're not exactly sure why in the first place, but CRG, I think David here will be able to point it out, are proposing a plan that does address the drainage issues on site, so just want a little more background for it.
That explains why we're here.
Yes,
He has nothing better to do is come say hi to everyone.
I'll be brief. I know it's busy when you're in the elected office, so. Real quick, this is downtown Westfield, so it's a little bit south of 32, so it's south of Park Street and on Westfield Boulevard. So it's essentially south of the new Westfield Library. There's a multi-use project that we've been working on with the city for some time. Along what I'll call the western side of Westfield Boulevard is a side ditch. Basically, all the water on the property goes to that point. It doesn't go to the road. It goes to the Annie Kendall drain. That's why the easement is there, so that that side ditch can be there. When our project goes in, all of that will be redirected into a regional pond. That regional pond will then go to the drain. So what we're asking for is not to relinquish the entire easement. It's just where the project is, and south of that, it would all stay in force. So basically, our description would just be revising where the project is, guiding it to the pond, and then everything else would stay the same. So instead of releasing, it'd be more of a revision to what the existing easement is.
And the surveyor's office is okay with this, or you haven't seen all the plans yet?
Yes. Actually, no, we have. We've been working with them for some time now, and we're satisfied that the drainage is being accommodated through the site. And I mean, really, what they're doing is they're making that roadside ditch will no longer be needed, is essentially what it is. They're going to take all the water from upstream and route it through the site down, so it is completely managed.
So you're asking for preliminary okay on this, or is this just FYI?
It'll have to be approved by the Board of Commissioners because it's in your name. But since it has to do with drainage, we just wanted to bring it here. Do we have a signature for them, David? Is that?
Yeah, we have something prepared, but something that was just said, we're not vacating the entire easement.
Just parts of it,
Right.
right? Essentially, is that the legal description, David? That was-
Yeah, that-
It is. It's reflected in the legal description.
So we're good.
Okay, good, all right. Then yes, we do have something prepared that would require your signature.
At Commissioners.
Well, here too.
Here and the
Just
commission.
since it's drainage related,
So we need to make a motion?
yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
So
just
moved.
that-
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye. Sign it here and then put it back on the agenda later.
Okay.
We'll bring that up in ours.
What else do we have?
Commissioners, we have, in our packet that we sent to you, we have a list of updates on every item under the attorney section. I can quickly go through some of those.
No, that's, I just missed your update, so.
And if it's okay with you, Commissioner, I think there is at least one that should be removed, and that is the masthead drain Phillips recorded document. So if you wouldn't mind to make a motion to, it's the number 2 on the drainage board attorney item. Make a motion to remove that. That would be much appreciated. We get that one cleared up. And
So
then-
moved.
Second.
The discussion is it already been
It's
accomplished?
already been accomplished. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I had that recorded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And then the rest of them, if you'd like, I know we won't go through them today, but I think a lot of them are to the point where we're in the final stages. Just one example, the non-enforcement form for utilities. If Commissioner Hall, if you remember, we made the variance form for utilities, so now that we have that, and it's been, so far, utilities have been agreeable to it. Now we can go back and make a form that'll be based off of that. So a lot of the things on the list, and David and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're essentially in the red zone now for a lot of these. They're waiting for other larger things to be accomplished first, and now that those are, I think we can get some of these knocked out. And then, as always, if you have any questions about the list, we'll gladly set time to talk to you guys or send you more explanation too.
Okay.
And if I could add to Connor, some of them for the last direction probably warrants an exec session just to talk through the last items. Like one of them, number 6, would be, do we want to take formal enforcement action or not to close that out? So maybe we can schedule an exec.
And
Let's
here-
do it next meeting then, if we're gonna be in a position to.
We
discuss.
will, and I apologize, Commissioners, with the new executive session rules where it's now a lot more broad, anything that's considered attorney-client privilege would be executive session privilege. I think that's on, I apologize, we'll put on the updates to which ones we can talk about more, more candidly or so in exec session for the next one too.
Okay.
So I apologize about that. We don't usually have executive session for drainage board, so I just wasn't thinking about that.
That's fine. Okay.
Thank you, sorry.
Any other updates from your office?
No.
Is there anything else that we need to handle? Anyone else in the crowd here? No? Okey dokey.
If I could have one thing, I'd like to introduce somebody to the board. So today, our first day, Margaret Hobbs is with us today. She is going
Margaret,
to,
stand up so we can see you. You're blocked. Hello.
so as you,
For quite a while, but still, December 5th to be exact, so.
Very good. Well,
For
welcome.
me, thank you.
Welcome.
yeah, so she will be she will become the new drainage
It'll
board
be hard to
secretary.
replace, you know.
She will be hard to replace. She's been with us a long time.
26 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Grew up with us.
And we do have one other new hire that started today, Justin Russell, who is taking our drainage inspector role.
And where's Justin?
So I think he's either still in training or just didn't know he needed to be here yet today. So I'll have him be here at the next one so we can
Okay.
introduce.
Very
So,
good.
and that's all I have.
All right. Motion?
Motion to adjourn?